Hey guys, so I am recording my review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Uh, jumping right into it, I give it a B minus. Um, and it was produced and released by Marvel Studios as well as Disney. Um, so yeah, like I said, I give it a B minus. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun film. It wasn't a great movie. It wasn't a terrible movie either. It was quality wise, I would say it was somewhere between good, okay, and like average. It's probably a little bit above average, but rewatchability factor, I'm not too sure, but nevertheless, it's a fun movie. Had a fun time watching it. And so yeah, so I am a Marvel fan. I've seen every single Marvel MCU film that has come out so far, as well as the shows for the most part. Um, and so this being the second Doctor Strange movie, I was definitely looking forward to it. It's been 6 years, well, almost 6 years since the last one, since the last Doctor Strange film. Since then, he has appeared in several other films in the MCU, and so almost 6 years later, we finally get his second solo outing. Um, so I'm sure if you've seen this movie, or if you haven't, but you've seen a lot of reviews, you probably have heard that a lot of people have mixed feelings on this film. Um, and I mean, can't say necessarily that I agree with all of them, but I can't necessarily say that I disagree with all of them either. I guess I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. Like I said, this film was fun. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible either. It was fun. I had a fun time. Was entertained. I was never bored. Um, I am a fan of the first Doctor Strange movie, which I honestly think is a stronger film. I think it's a lot better than this one. And so, but this is not this is not a review for that movie. I'm just saying, compared to the first movie, it's not as good. The first one is definitely better. Um, I also feel like this movie, for me personally, I was looking forward to it because I'm a fan of the director, Sam Raimi. Um, excuse me, who has directed the Evil Dead trilogy, starring Bruce Campbell. Which, if y'all haven't seen that movie or seen any of those movies, I suggest check them out right away. I'm talking about the original films, not the remake that came out in 2013. That has nothing to do with that. But Sam Raimi also directed the Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire, and so this is his first time in a long time. I think in like 15 years, basically since Spider-Man 3. So it's first movie, first superhero movie he's done in 15 years. And I mean, it's all right. It's like as a fan of his films, I would say it's definitely not his best movie. Spider-Man 2 is still his best movie, I think. But this movie has a lot of like his trademarks and stuff like that, and like signature moments. Especially if you're a fan of the Evil Dead movies, he kind of goes a little bit crazy with the camera at times, and it definitely plays to his strengths as a horror film director, which he started out in terms of filmmaking career in Hollywood. That's sort of his lane. Um, but yeah, so this movie definitely sort of features some of those. It adapts a lot of things to his strengths. So basically, the premise involves Doctor Strange, who is a sorcerer in this universe. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, Doctor Strange is a character that exists within the Marvel Cinematic Universe continuity, and he is a sorcerer. At this point in the canon timeline, he's sort of like a celebrity after having saved the universe, having helped to save the universe, I should say. And so where this film sort of picks up after that, and he is attending the wedding of his one of his exes, or his ex-girlfriend, played by Rachel McAdams. And then shortly thereafter, during the wedding, a young woman who is actually on the run from like some sort of interdimensional monster or creature or whatever appears, and she needs his help. And so Doctor Strange, as well as some other characters, team up to sort of help her. And then it's revealed that there is another character, which, if you are familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you will know what I'm talking about. So The other character, the other big time character in this film is played by Elizabeth Olsen, and she plays the Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda Maximoff, or Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch. And so basically, this film is, and so she's basically pursuing them. She's actually the one who sent the monsters after the young woman whose name is America Chavez. And so the Scarlet Witch is pursuing America Chavez through different universes and stuff because she wants her powers, so that she can steal her powers to travel into different universes herself, so that she can, for her own purposes. It sounds complicated. It's because I'm really tired and I'm recording this review at the end of a really busy day. But basically, without giving too much away, because I feel like I might sort of fall into that lane of giving things away. It's a fun movie. I would definitely recommend going see it. Not a perfect movie, but it's a fun movie, and I enjoy it. And so the Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Stephen Strange, at this point in the after having seen so many movies with him in it as Doctor Strange, I would say he's very comfortable in the role. He does a good job. I'm used to seeing him in that role. I want to see more of him in this role, and I'm sure we will get more of him in the future. Um, basically, yeah, sorry. So getting back on track. So this film, the majority of this film revolves around a chase. It's sort of like a chase from hell, where it sort of evolves from like a superhero film to like a horror film, and then back to a superhero film. But the majority of this film is about a young woman, again, who I'm reiterating this because kind of got fucked up in the beginning. Her name is America Chavez. She also has superpowers like every other character in this movie. And her ability is to be able to uh, transport, enter different dimensions, because there are multiple dimensions in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She has the power to literally punch open portals into other dimensions. And so what Wanda Maximoff wants her for is, she thinks that if she takes America Chavez's powers, that she will be able to enter different dimensions, wherein there exists her children, Wanda's children, within that different universe. And so, she's sort of yearning for that connection. She wants to be reunited with her quote unquote children or whatever. So that's why she's trying to steal America Chavez's powers. And so by doing that, that's what she thinks she'll be able to do. But then Doctor Strange is like, nope. So Doctor Strange and other characters like Wong and other sorcerers and from different universes too, like different characters, team up to try and stop Scarlet Witch from killing America Chavez so she can get her power. So it's basically it. So it's kind of like a mix of different genres and films like Doctor Strange and Terminator and stuff like that. And it definitely reminds me of those films a lot because it felt like a horror movie within a superhero film. It's basically what this movie is. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't think it's as good as the first Doctor Strange movie, but that's because I don't know. I'm one of the few people who actually likes that movie. But this one might be even more divisive, and I feel like maybe it's because of certain script choices, character choices, and whatnot, or disappointment over a lack of cameos from certain characters in this movie. Either way, though, I went into this film with lowered expectations. I feel like, sort of, if you're gonna see this movie for the first time, you should, and you don't know anything about it, or you're not, familiar with online buzz about, rumored cameos and stuff like that. I would keep your expectations low because there are cameos, but they're not, maybe not as many as you think, and not from the people that you are expecting to show up or whatever. It's definitely temper expectations going into this. I know I did, and I had a really fun time watching it, and then my date did too. So yeah, so like I said, I would give it a B minus. Not a perfect movie. There are a lot of problems with it, but at this point, at this point in my life, I just want to be entertained, and this movie did just that. So like I said, B minus. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of comic book movies and superhero movies. It's a nice dip back into that world. So but anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video like this. Um, all in all, though, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.